Back to another album review. Today's review is on The Phoenix by Grey Daze. This is the latest album from Grey Daze and is a follow-up to Amends, which came out in 2020. Granted, Amends was a re-recording of Grey Daze's second album, No Sun Today, from '97. The Phoenix is a re-recording of the band's debut album, Wake Me, from '94. There are a handful of copies of Wake Me and No Sun Today that are available on Amazon and eBay, but they cost hundreds of dollars, which is outrageous. When I saw the price for them, my reaction was, "Are you out of your fucking mind? I can't afford those." On top of that, Discogs forbids people from selling the first two Grey Daze albums on their website, but they're fine with people selling Amends and The Phoenix on their site. On the plus side, I can experience Wake Me and No Sun Today on YouTube. Anyways, this album was recorded by Brian Virtue at Sunset Sound Recorders in Hollywood. It was produced by S.J. Jones, while Grey Daze themselves were executive producers. It was mixed by Lucas D'Angelo at Studio St. Louis in Paris. Ilhan Benetta was the mixing assistant. Some of the musicians from Amends were involved, so less people in total were involved with this album. Of course, lead vocals were performed by Chester Bennington, even though these are the original vocals from '94, but with new instrumentals. Mace Bayers was on bass, Kristen Davis was on guitar, and Sean Dowdell was on drums. There are other musicians who were involved, but we'll get back to this. Anyways, this album was released on June 17th, 2022 on Loma Vista Recordings, the same record label that Amends was released on. Then again, Rise Against and Korn are also with this label, but that's a different story. Marilyn Manson used to be with this label, but they dropped his bitch ass back in February of 2021 after he was out as a serial abuser. Honestly, Manson should just fuck off. With that out of the way, let's talk about the songs. This album starts with Saturation, Strange Love. The song starts soft before making a quick transition to hard rock. Granted, it isn't just hard rock and alternative rock that this album touches upon. This also ventures into post-grunge. There is a music video that was made for the song, and there's going to be a link in the description. This is a great song and we're only getting started. Up next is Starting to Fly. This is noticeably heavier than the previous song, and that's really awesome because I like when bands get heavy like this. There is a music video that was made, and I'll post a link to it in the description. This is the second shortest song on the album at 3 minutes 28 seconds long. It followed up with Be Your Man. The song is more in the realm of post-grunge. If you don't believe me, just listen to it for yourself. After that is Holding You. What's really awesome about this song is that Dave Navarro of Jane's Addiction fame plays guitar on it. Then again, he's also worked with Red Hot Chili Peppers, but that's a different story. It's also the second longest song on the album at 4 minutes and 15 seconds long. The next song is Whole. One thing I should mention is that Lily and Lila Bennington perform backing vocals. I should mention that the two of them were daughters of Chester. And I think it's pretty awesome that Grey Daze brought them into the studio for this song. It's also the longest song on the album at 4 minutes and 35 seconds long. That's followed up by Drag. If you were to listen to this song, you would notice that it's in the realm of hard rock. A music video was made for the song, and I'll include a link in the description. We followed up with Believe Me. It should be noted that this song features vocals from Richard Patrick as well as Heidi Gadd on the electric violin. That being said, this is the first album I've ever reviewed where a song that has an electric violin used, and that's pretty awesome. Up next is Anything, Anything. The song was released as a single on June 18th, 2021 as part of DC's Dark Knight's death metal soundtrack, and that was almost a year before the album was released. The next song is Spin. This has a slightly softer tone than some of the other songs on this album, but it still has some elements of hard rock. This album ends with Wake Me. I mentioned earlier this was the title of Grey Daze's first album, that The Phoenix is a re-recording of that album. Personally, I think this song ends the album perfectly. Considering how recent this album is, there's currently no information available on how well it has performed commercially. However, most people seem to really like this album. At the time of me making this video, it has a perfect score on Amazon and iTunes, as well as a 4.5 out of 5 out on Discogs. As for my opinion on it, I think this album is even better than Amends. Amends is a great album, but I think The Phoenix is an outstanding addition to Grey Daze discography, considering the fact that less people were involved in the production of this album. I highly recommend this album, and I will definitely include it on my list of the best albums of 2022. If you want a copy for yourself, you can easily get it from Grey Daze merch store along with some other stuff. There's going to be a link to that in the description. I don't know if Grey Daze will release any more material, nor do I know if they'll re-release their first 2 albums, but only time will tell. Now's the part where I question you. Have you listened to The Phoenix? If so, what are your thoughts on it? What's your favorite song from it? How do you think this album compares to Amends? Do you think Grey Daze will make any more material going forward? Do you think they should re-release their first 2 albums? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to be notified of future uploads. And thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with another video.